Hey everyone, so I thought I'd finally get around to doing another vlog for you. I was going to do what antibiotics I'm on, vitamins, etc., but I can't say the names of some of my antibiotics today, and I was getting pretty confused trying to work out what I have on what days. So I thought I'd give that one a miss today and just do a video of my symptoms. So my very, very first symptom, which I had no idea was even related, was I had a virus, possibly. I thought I had glandular fever. So my glands were swollen. I was extremely tired. I had a lot of blood tests trying to rule out what was going on. I ended up having a few weeks off work, but ended up resolving and going back to work eventually. I guess a few months later, I woke up one morning and I went to get out of bed and I couldn't stand up because I couldn't feel my legs. I ended up going to the GP because I thought maybe I'd slept funny and it would resolve. But they ended up sending me to the hospital where I spent about a week up there undergoing tests, having MRIs, etc. After I was released from hospital, I did a lot of physio to try and just get me to do basic walking, like from the bedroom to the kitchen and stuff. As well as that, related to my leg and the numbness and weakness, I also get sharp leg pain. It feels as though somebody's kind of drilling through my bones, maybe, or grinding away at my bones. And I also wake up sometimes and I have no feeling in my left hand, can't pick things up, and when I'm tired, I find myself I often drop things with my left hand. So that's all kind of related to numbness, weakness, hands, and legs, I guess. I also get brain fog. I also have trouble finding the right words when I'm having a conversation. Sometimes I could be mid sentence and all of a sudden I just go blank and can't think of what I'm saying. Sometimes I also have trouble stringing my sentences together. I just can't, I guess, make a sentence, or my words come out jumbled. I'm not really sure, but sometimes I find myself just sitting there thinking, wow, dude, like I really just say those words together because that really makes no sense. But sometimes I think that people don't really notice it, so maybe it's just me noticing more than anybody else. I also get pretty bad like short-term memory loss. These are just a few examples. I sometimes go and put the washing on and then I kind of go to put more washing on 3 days later and I realize that the washing from the previous load is still in the washing machine, so then I have to rewash that, and it's kind of like the same cycle for a couple of days until like maybe I put a reminder in my phone to remind me that I've got washing. And like sometimes I find myself talking to people and I'll say something, but then the same week I will end up telling them the same thing another 10 times because I just forget. They're just two small examples. Recently, I've also had chest pain and tightness in my chest and feel like my heart is absolutely pounding. So I'm undergoing some more tests for that. I can't say 100% that it is related to Lyme disease, but it is a possibility that it is a co-infection. The increased heart rate when I'm doing things is possibly a condition called POTS, which basically means your heart rate rises when you stand up. I'm going to see a cardiologist soon, so they're just going to do a few more tests and probably just make sure there's nothing more serious going on before I go back and see the Lyme doctor, and he will either put me on antibiotics for a co-infection, or I guess we will see what the cardiologist says, but I will keep you all updated on how that goes. So I guess they're my main symptoms. So there's probably other ones, but I don't notice them as much as what these ones kind of bother me. So yeah, that is my symptoms. And if you are undiagnosed or you know somebody who's got an undiagnosed condition who has some of these, as well as there is probably a billion other symptoms that could mean you have Lyme disease, I would recommend finding someone who could test you for it, because I know it took me 4 years before I found someone who tested me, and I went through a lot of "you're crazy" or "there's nothing wrong with you." But just know that if you feel like there is something wrong, or your parents feel like there is something wrong, there probably is something wrong, and you can't give up. You need to keep searching for an answer, because at the end of the day, you need to be healthy, or be as healthy as you can be, because or else you just can't live a good quality of life. And I will make a vlog soon on my antibiotics and vitamins. I hope you all have a good day, and yeah, if you like this video, feel free to like it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. So yeah, see you next time.